Hi, this is Amy from Oils Wonderland, and I'm excited today to talk to you about how I've received a lot of support from Young Living supplements and essential oils to help regulate my hormones, which therein helps regulate my mood and my overall health as well, because hormones are really integral and necessary for the functioning of your entire body. So today I'm going to talk to you about a few specific products that I've been using for, in some respects, for a couple of years, and really fell in love with them. So please know, this is a disclaimer that today I'm sharing specifically my personal story and experience with these, and everybody is different. So in no respect am I claiming that you'll have the same experience, and you definitely need to take responsibility for your own health. Consult with your doctor. By no means am I making any claims that these supplements or oils will treat, cure, or mitigate or prevent any kind of disease. So I'm going to share my personal story, and I will share with you what these products do to be supportive for different systems in the body. And you do the research and talk to your doctor and see how these might be beneficial for you. So to get started, I'm going to talk about a product called Progessence Plus. I'm going to tell you what's in this and then how I've used it. So it's an essential oil blend. There is copaiba, sacred frankincense, cedarwood. There's also bergamot, peppermint, and then there's wild yam extract and clove in it. Sorry. So this is a great support for women's hormonal systems. And the way that I've used this is for a period of time, I would use this every day, twice a day, morning and evening. I'd take 4 drops and place either, right at the vein right here, 2 drops there, 2 drops here, rub that in. This is also safely diluted, so you can apply it to your skin. And then I would shift the spot, do that for a few days in that spot, then apply it instead at my sacrum, just below the belly button, or at my inner thigh, and cycle throughout. Because as you're absorbing some of the oils in this, it kind of builds up in the system, builds up in the fatty tissue. So you need to just kind of move it around every few days or so, if you can remember. And I've used this to actually, it's been an amazing regulatory for me with my emotions, as I've been trying to heal issues with thyroid disease, and also dealing with just irregular period, cramping, and emotional effects of hormones kind of being all over the place, as unfortunately a lot of us women have experienced. So doing that after 30 days had a profound impact. Oftentimes I would apply this to my body, and within minutes I'd notice my emotions kind of evening out a bit, which was pretty miraculous for me. Just recently I started using it. I used it during my menstrual cycle just this past week, and I became aware of, okay, my body feels really off. I feel really irritable and cranky and really moody, like I wanted to cry at anything. I was like, I think my hormones are a little out of balance. So I pulled Progessence out. I smelled it. So for me personally, if I open it up and I smell it and my body likes it and I like the aroma of it, usually indicates to me that I need it. There's other times I'll open up, I'll smell and be like, that's not really that pleasant of a smell. My body's kind of saying no to it. And I love teaching people that listening to your body and those reactions and learning what those reactions means personally for you, so that you can be in better tune with your body and listen to the wisdom of your body. And of course, always, consult other sources too and information. Do it all to make your best decision. Um, I've been using this for years, so I kind of have mastered what it means for me and what I need to do. And I used it, and within a few minutes, I, felt things tremendously improved and knew that, okay, it's that 1 week out of the month where for me right now, I really need this. So sometimes I've had to use it just for the week of PMS to help kind of regulate. For me, because of my age, I'm 39. I've kind of gone in and out of, well, I started into perimenopause, and then I've actually used some of these supplements and oils, and actually was able to pull myself out of perimenopause and get into a much better state, and not having issues with that, which is great. And that's why I'm sharing this, because I want you guys to research for yourself and see what can be supportive to the things you're already doing. But yes, Progestins Plus, research the wild yam in this. That's an important piece in it. And so the essential oils are really synergistic with the wild yam extract too. So that's been a great tool. Next, I'm going to share scleroscence. I don't have with me, but you also might want to research Dragon Time essential oil blend from Young Living, and all of these I'm featuring are from the company Young Living. If you haven't heard about Young Living, or you don't know much about their oils or products, check out my Essential Oils for Everyday Living or Essential Oils 101 classes and videos, so that you can understand more about the company and what they offer. So scleroscence has clary sage, peppermint, Spanish sage, and fennel in it. And so the way I use this is I dilute it with a carrier oil, and I'll rub it at my abdomen, kind of, sacral area, just below the belly button, just where kind of your womb and everything is. And just using that daily. Again, pick your oil that works for you, your blend. Maybe it's Progestins, maybe it's scleroscence, maybe it's the Dragon Time. I use Dragon Time when I really just wasn't having a lot of regulation with my period and just having bad crampy periods. Helped to really kind of deal with that Dragon Time of the month, right? Scleroscence is great for women 35 plus. And Progestins kind of for everybody. And we also have another blend, Sensation blend, that is great to sort of support you through working through some of the emotional stuff that could also be there, or intimacy components that could be there that are held in those organs with your body. So supporting you through some of the emotional processing with that. And it just smells amazing too. Sensation blend has jasmine in it, is a primary component, that sweet floral scent. There's also a body wash for Sensation. Great body wash to replace any of the body washes you have that have some harsh chemicals most likely in them. Dragon Time also has a body wash, and what I love about the Dragon Time one is that you can just use the shower gel, and you receive the support of the essential oils in that every day that you're using that. So I've seen some amazing results just by using that and not having to worry about using the blend throughout the day. So sclerosins was one of the main essential oil blends that I used when I was getting into perimenopause, and helped to kind of even things out there. Along with the Progestins Plus, I was kind of using both of those hand in hand, and you might find that you need to play around with that too for yourself. See what's the most supportive. Femigen is a supplement. Can you see that there? Kind of. The lights too, and it's also backwards. So Femigen, I'm not going to read all the ingredients, but I'm going to read some of the main ones. Probably not going to pronounce some of them correct because I'm not an herbalist. Just a regular person trying to, take care of themselves, just like you, most likely. Damiana, I think is how you say it, Damiana, leaf powder. Definitely research that one. There's also wild yam, dong quai, licorice, ginseng, black cohosh, cramp bark, squaw vine. And then there's oils of fennel oil, clary sage oil, ylang, and sage. So some of the oils that are in some of the blends I just mentioned are also infused in the nutritional aspects of this supplement. So this supplement from Young Living is designed to support the female reproductive system and help maintain balance during menopause. So I started this last year as I was starting to go through perimenopause, and truly kind of, been a lifesaver between, so far I'm saying Femigen, Progestins, sclerosins, sometimes going on and off the Progestins and sclerosins, or moving those around a little bit based on what I needed. But the Femigen really has been an incredible support to help even out those emotions, help me feel sane. When our hormones are messed up, our mind gets really foggy. Sometimes our speech is kind of disrupted because of that. It's hard to actually even speak. We have like this brain fog. Being able to just convey what you're thinking, and just having emotions kind of like block all of that too, which is really frustrating. I remember when I would have really difficult moments, it just felt so overwhelming. And that's not typical to me and who I am. So it wasn't a mental or emotional issue per se. It was really when your hormones are that dysregulated, it manifests that way. So many times, if we're just looking at treating symptoms, we'll miss what's actually some of the underlying issues there. So Femigen has truly been an amazing product. Then Thyromin. So I used to have a complete thyroid issue with my neck, and had a goiter on my neck. And at this point, the goiter has completely gone away. And I attribute that entirely to this supplement, Thyromin from Young Living. I had hypothyroidism, and I needed to take iodine. My levels in lab work was all dysregulated, and now it's not. And Thyromin has been amazing for me. At one point, in addition to that, I was also in addition to this, I was also taking some liquid iodine for a while. But at some point, as my body was adjusting to this, it didn't want the liquid iodine. So as far as the ingredients in the Thyromin, There is bovine thyroid, porcine pituitary gland, porcine adrenal gland. There's L-cysteine, HCl, peppermint oil, spearmint oil, myrtle oil, myrrh resin oil. There's parsley leaf, and then there's iodine in it as well, from kelp in particular. And there's also some vitamin E in it as well. So what's awesome about this is a lot of the natural nutritional supplements that you see to support the thyroid is actually, they often only have the thyroid gland in it. You won't often also see the pituitary gland and adrenal gland added into it. And the reason why that's really important when you're looking at supporting the thyroid is that all of those organs work together. And if one isn't well, then the other isn't going to be well. So if you're giving the supplemental gland for one and also for the other two, you're best supporting your system at being well. So this is a great support for your thyroid function, and absolutely talk to your doctor if you have medical conditions about using this and get their consult. Again, I'm only telling you what has helped me. Yeah, so this has been great. And if you're looking at regulating your hormones, those are all systems in your body that help regulate your hormones. So obviously your reproductive organs, your thyroid, your adrenal gland, your pituitary gland, those are the core components of your endocrine system. So being able to support that from several different angles, and also make sure that you're enabling your body to detox. So if there's all this toxicity in your body and in those organs, whether it's emotional toxicity and trauma, or it's pollutants and chemicals from pollutants in the air and the water and the products you're using around you, you want to clear that out of your body as well. It doesn't matter how much you support your organs in being well and give them all of this stuff if you're not actually also clearing out the ick that's there, that's also disabling some of your body. Sorry, not disabling some of your body, but disabling those organs too. So, look at a good system, and, I'll talk later about how I've done different detoxing in my body, and share some of my stories and personal experiences with that. With Young Living products. But you want to get in good awareness with your own body, how you can do some detox, and talk to your doctor about that too. So lastly, you always want to take a look holistically. So part of detoxing is physical movement and exercise, and to the point of sweating, where you're sweating things out and you're helping your lymph system to get rid of stuff too. So, I've had to do all of that. I've had to look at, how do I integrate exercise, and how do I deal with the emotional component of things and take care of my emotional and mental health. How do I support these organs better because they haven't gotten that support historically? How do I take a look at nutrition? But one of the important things about nutrition is a lot of times we target that and making changes with nutrition, but our body is so toxic that it can't actually really receive the nutrients from the food that we're actually eating. So this is why many times we're nutrient deficient or mineral deficient. The other last thing I'm going to speak to, and I don't have the supplement in front of me, is looking at things like calcium. I've had to supplement calcium and magnesium because those are, those have supported, those do support the body in having what it needs, and the organs in having what they need to be able to function. So adding in Super Cal, which is the Young Living supplement that's has essential oils infused with the magnesium and the calcium so that my body can actually absorb those. That's actually the first calcium supplement that I've taken where I actually noticed a physical effect when I took it. I could actually felt the improvement of it, and that my body was actually absorbing it, and learning just about the body and what happens if you're so toxic that you just can't actually absorb stuff. So all of that is really, really important. I know I provided a lot of information, but I hope that you're finding something that you can research for yourself. And ultimately, I want to share my stories just so that you can start to see ways that, and there's so many infinite possibilities, but ways that you can start taking healthier steps in your own life, and just one little snapshot just of little old me that is using these products and the results that I've personally had. And you'll have your own story too. Maybe it'll be with some of these products or the other ones. Maybe you'll have different experiences, but I'd love to hear about it. And I hope that you can try some of these out for yourself. And if you are interested in getting any of these products, take a look at the description below this video for more information about how to get started with Young Living and to do so the most economically. The best way is to get a starter kit and allow me to be a guide for you through the products. So take a look below at how to get started with all of that. And thanks again for joining me with this video, and hope you check out some of the other videos as well. If you ever need to reach me, please do so at oilswonderlandteam@gmail.com. All right, be safe, be healthy, guys.